I'm not really talking about that though. I guess that would be like a conflict between intention and action. I'm talking about assume that they have good intentions when they're doing good things, and they have bad intentions when they're doing bad things. Anyone else have any thoughts on this? I get that this article is kind of like it's very theoretical, so it's kind of hard to discuss.
I feel like it's harder to judge this article than like stuff we've done in the past.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind when I choose future articles then. I guess we can move on then. This is the last one. I think this is the most relevant one, definitely. Most of y'all have probably been following like coronavirus, right? So this article talks about, it actually, let me see. Yeah, this is from yesterday. And it talks about the decision, like when should the United States reopen its businesses and when should it like reopen its economy? Because earlier means more people die, but later means the economy suffers more.
Is this about the lieutenant governor of Texas that said all about like the grandparents should sacrifice themselves for the economy?
No, I don't think so. It's not directly referencing it. And just to make sure, can everyone open New York Times? Because I know that there's a paywall sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so no one can't open it. Good. It's just the first 4 paragraphs. You don't have to read the panelist thing. Let me know when you're done reading. Is everyone done?
Yeah.
Is anyone not done?
Oh shoot! How? Oh, I was just reading their whole.
Oh yeah, you don't have to read that. That's really, really long.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so everyone's done. Just really quickly, like unrelated to the discussion, do you guys think it would be better if I sent these articles in advance or just to read them during the meeting?
It would be better to send them in advance.
Because I was worried about like I don't want to give y'all like extra work or something.
This week's the best since we don't have any work because it's spring break.
Okay, you're right.
Well, actually, we're gonna have a ton of work starting.
Maybe maybe I could send like one article in advance. Or if we're not doing articles, one whatever. But I won't send too many. Would that be okay? Do you guys think?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about this article. What do you guys think about it in general, first of all?
It is quite a dilemma.
It is, yeah.
It's quite an ethical dilemma.
So about the whole like trading off between saving lives and saving the economy. Like, do you guys think that's okay to do at all, first of all?
I think lives should come first.
In all decisions, or
in
what?
this specific case.
Okay. So why in this specific case then?
Because I think this is a frantic bid for re-election or to stem the economic bleeding from the coronavirus.
Huh. That's interesting. Well, I actually haven't thought about that. It could be.
Because Trump needs the economy strong if he wants to be reelected. It won't look good when it comes to the debates and he's asked about the economic, because all his economic progress that he's achieved through his past 3 years have all been overturned by the virus.
You're right. Huh.
I think he's trying to open the economy, so that way during his presidency it'll look like we made a stiff recovery under his supervision.
I see. That's actually a really valid point. But what about we don't consider that intention? We just consider like, because besides his re-election campaign, there's also like a lot of other benefits to having a strong economy, right? And like just in terms of cost benefit, it's doesn't make sense for a country to only prioritize lives.
Yeah, and then I listened to this podcast called Planet Money by NPR, and they said that during the Spanish flu, cities that prioritized self-isolation actually had stronger economic recovery after the influenza outbreak.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, because they had less workers sick, and also workers were less afraid to return to the workforce, and companies were less hesitant about hiring. So in the end, that benefits both sides, the people and the economy. If you close,
Okay. Well, I mean, first of all, you can't generalize that to this. I mean, it's quite a different thing. But what if we assume that keeping the economy it's a pretty safe assumption, I think, that keeping the economy closed for like 3 or 4 more months is going to have huge negative impact, and opening it up earlier would actually help the economy. So ignore like the practical issues.
Yeah. Then I don't really have a good argument for that then.
Okay. Because remember that saving the economy isn't just like helping the rich people. It's also like employment is pretty important. And having a strong economy is important for everyone in the country to like maintain a decent standard of living. And it's important for the country to like remain competitive, right? But obviously, on the other hand, it seems so immoral to kill people.
Yeah.
Anyone else have any strong thoughts on that? Dylan, do you have any thoughts on this?
No.
Okay. Let's see. So going back to Julian's point, right? So you said that we should prioritize saving lives in this instance. But this is a question for everyone. If we were to prioritize lives, does that mean prioritizing lives absolutely, as in we should save the maximum amount of lives possible, and disregard all other factors? Or does that mean save lives relatively, as in we still consider other factors, and if the amount of money simply outweighs saving lives, then we prioritize money at a certain extent?
I agree.
You agree with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like this article said, it depends on like which option saves more lives, because they say that like it's gonna have a like really serious effect on the poorer people,
Mhm.
and like it's you just have to choose an option that saves more lives then.
Well, is that the only factor we consider though? Because there are reasons that the economy is good that doesn't have to do with saving lives. Like what about quality of life?
Ooh. Yeah.
What about like life for like future generations? Because crippling a country's economy has like a really long-term impact. How do you think we should weigh those against saving lives right now?
I don't know.
It's a tough question. I'm not expecting like
Oops.
an answer.
We definitely need to open it soon, but it's at a reasonable place in like the viruses.
Okay. Do you think there's like any criteria that you have in mind that we should meet before opening it up? Like for example, if the virus has been contained to like a certain level, or the economy has been damaged so much that we have to reopen, or something like that?
Yeah, those two.
Okay, I see. Okay, anyone have any closing thoughts on this? All right. So that was all I had planned for today, but I guess just really quickly discussion on what we should do in the future.
On future,
Huh?
there isn't anything.
Okay, so I was saying, would you guys rather have these article style discussions that are focusing more on the real world, or those like not necessarily high school ethics bowl, but those like more hypothetical situations, or would you guys rather have something completely different? Because it's kind of hard to conduct these meetings online, so I'm still kind of experimenting.
I like the hypothetical situations a lot.
Okay. Should we like take a vote on this, or?
I'm fine either way. But I think the articles might be a bit more interesting.
Okay. Alex, Diana, Dylan, Vic, do you guys have any strong opinions on this?
Oh.
No? Okay. Not really? Okay.
We could try the other idea and then see the result.
Yeah, I did that last week.
I forgot to count last
Or we could do like a mix. Or does anyone have any other ideas?
Half hypothetical, half real world.
Yeah, sure. Because I mean, I think the problem with real world is that it's hard to have a discussion, first of all, in 1 hour, and there's just too many factors to consider that might dilute like the actual moral discussion. like as Julian
Is
said,
this
maybe
once
both
a
options
week
save
now?
lives. Sorry?
This once a week now, because last week it started to
Yeah. I think I'm gonna hold it once a week because before it was twice a week because the library didn't want to give us the room for free once a week, so we did twice a week. But now I think we can do once a week. What about some other ideas? What if? Let me see. What else could we do? Does anyone have any other ideas?
Not any good ones.
Okay. What about like stuff related to essay contests besides the John Locke Institute, which we've talked about several times? Because the problem with talking about those things is that they take a lot of outside commitment, and I'm not sure if you guys would be down to do that.
Mm.
And even if some of you were, maybe not everyone, so it would be kind of weird. Or on that topic, besides, I know that some of you have, but for
Isn't doing. He's not even talking, and he's muted and
Dylan right here,
for the whole.
Yes, I am here.
he is here.
Everything.
Vic, are you here?
I don't think Vic has a microphone.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, no.
Does he? I don't know. Oh well. So the last thing, I'm gonna repeat myself from last meeting because some of you weren't here. Hopefully Vic is listening, but Alex and Diana weren't here. So did you guys see the newsletter they sent in the email?
What they send?
Hmm?
What they send?
That I sent. It was like a newsletter. The newsletter that I showed you guys last meeting. Are you guys getting the emails?
No.
Oh yeah, because your parents are, right?
Yeah, but I have my own Gmail.
Yeah, wait, give it to me and I'll add your email.
Yes, my mom sent my email to you, but you didn't add me in.
Oh, oops, that's my bad. I'll add you in this time. Okay, well, my point was, we have a newsletter now that the library is helping publish, and so if you guys have any ideas on what you want to contribute to the newsletter, let me know. It can be anything from like long article or long essay to like a short moral dilemma or like a short trivia question. And it just has to be loosely related to philosophy. It doesn't have to be like, for example, it could talk about the coronavirus. That'd be very relevant. It doesn't have to be pure philosophy.
Oh, yeah. I see the email.
Hmm?
I see the email.
You do? Okay.
I'm not lagging anymore.
Come on, Zoom. Now you don't lag. You lagged at the important moment. So I guess that's it. Thanks for coming. And we're probably gonna do the same time next week. We're just gonna do this time like in the future because it seems like it works better for most people.
My Gmail.
Huh? I saw it. Yeah, I'll add you to the email list as well as you, Dylan. Okay. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.